Hey everyone, it's Tara and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with another vlog and ngayon pa lang magsasorry na ako kasi matagal ako nakapag-upload and March na ay hindi ko pa rin na-upload yung January reading wrap-up ko. So, isasabay ko na siya sa February reading wrap-up ko. Though, may na-film na ako na January reading wrap-up, hindi lang ako nagkaroon ng time para i-edit yung video na yun kasi naging busy ako sa school. Then, I have to fly over to the Mindanao kasi namatay yung lolo ko. And also, I took a 1 week vacation from everything. So, yeah, I think it was a good time. And yeah, so let's start with my January reading wrap up. So I'm gonna bring you back to February me. Kasi February ko din na-film yung January reading wrap up ko. So, yeah. Hey everyone, it's Dara. I'm gonna do my January reading wrap up and I read a total of 6 books. So, it was 5 novels and 1 novella. So, wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Let's begin. So, I started my year reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars because I really love Evelyn Hugo. She was such an iconic character. Gusto ko yung pagiging strong person niya kasi lahat talaga gagawin niya just to be on top, especially dun sa mga taong mahal niya. And I know na medyo late na ako sa hype ng The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but nagets ko na kung bakit maraming gusto itong librong ito. And ang dami kong emotions na na-invest dito sa book na ito, lalo na dun sa pangalawang asawa niya, which is si Don Adler. Yun yung pinaka most hated character ko, or pinaka most hated husband. Who wouldn't hate him, right? Siguro, hindi siguro ako may spoil if wala masyadong nalilik na spoiler sa TikTok. So, yun, nagkaroon na ako ng idea kung sino talaga yung greatest love ni Evelyn Hugo. Yung last part, doon talaga ako na-shock doon sa anak niya and doon sa ni-reveal niya din, like, oh my God, nakakaloka yun. So, yun. So, yeah. So, let's move on to the next book that I read. So, yung sunod na nabasa ko is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. So, I rated this a 3.5 stars kasi it was a good book. Actually, it's a book club pick ng Wyverns and Words ng pina-follow kong booktubers, which is si Katie is Reading and Cassandra Lin. So, nakisali lang ako. So, yung book club nila, mostly, knowing them, they love reading high fantasy books. So, I give it a try. Binasa ko yung The Name of the Wind. It was an okay book, but it was hard to get into at first kasi medyo slow yung pacing niya and wala talaga akong maintindihan kung ano nangyayari. But hindi ako masyadong makarelate doon sa characters, especially kay Kvothe kasi halos nakalimutan ko ano nangyari doon sa libro. Basta ang alam ko is, yung first few chapters is parang meron atang gustong ma-interview tong si Kvothe. Ganun. I don't know. Tapos, merong times na nag-alternate yung present and yung past. So, pag nagkukwento si Kvothe, parang nire-record nung tinatawag nilang chronicler kung ano yung karanasan or yung adventures ni Kvothe. Sometimes funny siya, pero nahirapan lang talaga ako makapasok dun sa mundong yon. Pero it was such an adventure. I don't know kung kaya ko pang basahin yung second book. Maybe I can give it a try since may audiobook naman. Depende. So, itong Name the Wind is day 1 pa lang ng pagkukwento niya. So, yung second book is day 2. So, yun. And, naintriga din ako dun sa last part kasi parang may sinabi na may something pa kay Kibo, kay quote before. So, yun. So, naiintriga ako kung ano si quote noon. Kasi, since si quote yung nagkukwento ng story niya, malamang syempre, sugar-coated na yon, ganon. So, what if dun sa second book is POV na ni Bas, kung ano yung pagkakakilala niya kay Quote, kung ano yung nakikita niya. Kasi syempre, kwento yun ni Quote, malamang, tama siya. Maybe this year, ma-pick up ko siya, pero who knows. So, the third book that I've read is The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. So, si Rin Chupeco, isa siyang Chinese-Filipino author. Yung Bone Witch is kind of inspired or may touch siya ng something na Filipino mythology. I don't know kung ganun. Kasi, yung Bone Witch dito sa Philippines is tinatawag na mangkukulam. Ganun. So, yeah. So, sa Bone Witch, I rated this a 2.5 stars. Kasi, same sa Name of the Wind, nahirapan akong makapasok sa mundong ito. Though maganda yung world building and yung magic system, pero hindi siya action-packed. Walang masyadong magic na nangyari. Ganon. It's more on parang introduction lang sa world na yon, kung paano sila namumuhay, kung paano nag-training si Tia. Tia yung tamang pronunciation ng name niya, hindi T. Kasi the whole time na binabasa ko siya, ang pronunciation ko is T, which is wrong. Nalaman ko lang sa mga malapit na ata matapos na Tia yung pagkakatawag sa kanya. And then, medyo confusing din kasi sinabi na yung pangalan niya binase sa drink. So, I don't know if what's the correct pronunciation, if it's Tia or T. Pero sabi nila sa second book and third book is maganda na, but I don't know. Maybe I will give it also a try. Malalaman natin. Sumakat din yung ulo ko sa info dumping dito sa book na to, so hindi siya masyadong nag-stick sa akin. So the next book that I read, it's a novella, so very short read lang siya. So ito is Conclave. I rate this a 3 stars. 3 stars lang. Di ko alam kung nasasali ba to sa sa book read, but since it's also a book, so sinali ko na. So transition na to sa papuntang Nightfall. Sa Nightfall, dito sa Conclave, basta sa Nightfall is all about Will's love story na. Di ko pa kilala kung sino yung babae. Or nakilala ko na pero hindi ko lang natandaan yung name. And sabi nila, mas maganda daw yung story ni Will since ito yung makapal. Ito ata yung pinakamakapal among the four horsemen. Maybe mag-iba yung preference ko or yung pinaka-favorite ko sa four horsemen kasi yung nabasa ko yung kill switch, si Damon yung favorite ko. Depende, malalaman. So, let's proceed to my fifth book, and ito yung Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. So, ito yung debut novel niya. And I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars because why not? Sobrang ganda. First time ko magbasa ng isang Chinese fantasy reimagine or retelling ng Chang'e's story. Though hindi naman si Chang'e yung bida dito. Though hindi naman si Chang'e yung bida dito, kundi yung anak niya which is si Xingyin. So, ang pina-follow natin dito si Xingyin. So, Xingyin, kailangan niyang tumakas dun or mahiwalay dun sa mother niya kasi hindi alam ng Celestial Kingdom na may anak si Chang'e. Kasi parang before naging moon goddess si Chang'e is nagkaanak siya. Nung nakatakas na si Xingyin, napunta siya sa Celestial Kingdom and doon niya na-meet si Prince Li Wei. Doon na nag-start yung journey niya as first archer ng world na yun. Before ko matapos basahin to is, torn ako between Li Wei and Wenzhou. Wenzhou. Wenzhou? Wenzhou. Basta. Torn ako sa kanilang dalawa kasi kung sino talaga nauna, dun ako. Kaso, yung pinagsamahan ni Wenzhou and ni Xingyin, parang unti-unti na ano din ako. Parang napapamahal din ako kay Wenzhou. So, dama ko si Xingyin. Ang hirap. Ang hirap talaga. Ben, naiintindihan ko din si Xing Yin. Basta, feeling ko, ang bilis ko na naging connected kay Xing Yin, ganun. But, naging proud ako sa kanya kasi kaya niyang piliin yung sarili niya. So, I hope yung iba dyan, kaya niyo ring piliin yung sarili niyo. Ganun. Actually, ang bilis ko to nabasa, mga 2 days lang. Pero kung wala akong trabaho, kaya to ng isang araw. Let's proceed sa pinaka-last na nabasa ko, which is The Heart of the Sun Warrior. So, ito na yung sequel nung Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Dito mas ma-action, mas grabe yung emotions na binuhos ko rito, lalo na dun sa last 3 chapters ng part 2 nitong book na to. Kasi dun ako nakaramdam ng inis, ng galit, ng poot, ng hinagpis, dahil isa sa mga lovable characters is namatay. My God! Grabe yung galit ko talaga dun sa sa villain na yun. Like, Then yung ending, yung conclusion, yung wrap up nitong book na to, ang galing. Nagkaroon ako ng closure. Nahanap ko yung closure na hinahanap ko sa book 1. And easy 5 stars din tong libro na to. Sa buong duology, easy 5 stars. So, yeah. So, that's it for my January reading wrap-up. Then, for my February reading wrap-up, I read a total of 4 books. Hindi pa tapos yung huli. Natapos ko lang yun ng March. Pero isasama ko na siya sa February reading wrap-up ko. Ayun. So, the first one that I read nung February is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Janet McCurdy. So, this is a memoir of Janet McCurdy. So, I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. So, sinulat to ni Janet McCurdy kasi naging trending to sa social media last year. So, dito niya in-expose yung narcissistic, abusive mother niya, kung gaano ka-manipulative yung mother niya. And ang nakakatuwa dito sa memoir na to is yung binabasa ko siya habang nakikinig sa audiobook, and then si Janet McCurdy mismo yung nag-narrate ng experience niya nung child star siya sa Nickelodeon. Kung hindi niyo siya kilala, siya si Sam sa iCarly. And ayun, yung mga pinagdaanan niya sa kasama yung mother niya, kung paano na-develop yung mental disorder niya, like eating disorder, ganun. And grabe yung pinagdaanan ni Janet McCurdy. And after I read her memoir I know I could never watch the iCarly the same way ever again. Kasi I love iCarly. Pero yung kapag naiisip mo na yung pinagdaanan ni Janet McCurdy sa Nickelodeon, like, my God, she doesn't deserve it. And then, I'm so proud of her kasi nakaalis na siya sa face na yun. And I hope na she gets better pa rin. And naka-recover na siya to all the shit she's been through. Then the next one that I read is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So this is such a cozy fantasy read. I rated this, I think, 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars, if I'm not mistaken. Kaya ko siya binasa kasi naging available yung kopya sa Libby ko. Sinimulan ko siya basahin, and nagulat ako na binabasa rin siya ni Katie is Reading. So kung nabasa siya ni Katie, is reading and nagustuhan ni Katie, so babasahin ko rin, and I really enjoyed the story since I also love fairies, ganun, and nagkaroon ako ng deeper understanding sa world ng mga fairies, kung ano yung mga ibang species, yung mga uri ng fairies sa fairyland, sa realm na yun. And then, ayun nga, ang cute nung dynamic ni Emily at nung, ewan ko kung, basta parang, ano niya rin eh, rival niya rin yung lalaki doon, pero nakalimutan ko yung pangalan kung sino yon. And I think series to kasi kaka-release lang nito this year. Oo, parang noong January lang ata siya na-release. So, nakita ko sa Goodreads is Emily Wild's #1. So, I think this is going to be a series. But I'm excited. Isa fast read and parang yung pagkakasulat niya is palang journal type. So, fast read lang siya and sobrang nag-enjoy ako nung pinabasa ko tong story na ito. So, yeah. The next one that I read is Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. And I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars kasi it's Colin. Gusto ko yung love story nila ni Penelope. And kaya ko siya binasa in preparation for the Bridgerton Season 3. And I've been waiting for this season since last year pa ata. Right after natapos yung Season 2 ng Bridgerton. And excited ako for Colin and Penelope's story. And ayan, grabe. Sobrang, I really love the Bridgerton siblings, yung bonding nila as a family, sobrang saya. And I'm excited to read the rest of the series. So, ayun. And the last one that I read is from Anna Wang, and that is Twisted Games. So this book is the second book of the Twisted series. So I rated this a 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. You know what? Gawin ko ng 5 stars kasi ang ganda ng story. It's a princess and bodyguard trope. Then, Reese is such a green flag. So, I love a story, a romance book na kayang pakiligin o kilitiin yung mga paa ko. Ganon. So, yeah. Gusto ko si Reese. But, I think he's still not on my top favorite. Siguro pag natapos ko basa yung whole Twisted series is malalaman ko kung sino yung pinaka top favorite book boyfriend ko sa series na to. And yeah, so yon. So that's it for my February reading wrap up. So yeah, so isasama ko na rin dito sa vlog na to yung adventures ko or mga mini clips na nakuha ko nung nasa Jensen ako and Bukidnon. And yeah, yun, sorry talaga guys kasi sobrang busy talaga. Nagsimula yung enrollment, kailangan kong asikasuhin yun. Then, I'm planning to edit the January reading wrap up nung nasa Jensen ako. Kaso, hindi ako nagkaroon ng time because I was enjoying my vacation there. So, yeah. So, no rush. So, I'm not really pressuring myself to do things na mas lalong makakapag-trigger ng breakdown ko kasi I'm on my 3rd year, 2nd sem na sa college. So, mas mabibigat na yung mga subjects namin. And, yeah. So, good luck sa akin. Sana makagraduate. And, yeah, I still have work stuff to do. So, yeah, whatever. that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. See you on my next vlog. Have a great day and go easy on yourself. Huwag mong pahirapan ang inyong mga sarili. Be gentle and kinder to yourself. It's okay to take a break and enjoy a day off. So yeah, see you. Bye.